Section 5, Decisive Battles. Note-taking study guide, page 185. The question we're going to try to answer is, how did Lincoln and his generals turn the tide of war? So they're going to go through a bunch of different events and then talk about the end of the war. Turning the tide. Ambrose Burnside, you can see a picture of him there. The battles he fought in were Fredericksburg, and the result is the Union suffered almost 13,000 casualties, and the South won that war. Joseph Hooker, battles he fought, the battle was Chancellorsville, and the result of that was the Union force was smashed, but also Stonewall Jackson, an important general in the South's army, died as well in that one, shot by his own troops. George Meade, this is the Battle of Gettysburg, and the Union victory forced Lee out of the North and cost Lee nearly a third of his soldiers, who frankly could not be replaced. Ulysses S. Grant, the Battle of Vicksburg. The result is that captured by the Union, the South lose all major strongholds in the Mississippi. So the part of the Anaconda Plan to split the South in half is now completed to control all the Mississippi River. And so this is kind of the beginning of the end of the South. The next one is Ulysses S. Grant again. This is the Battle of Petersburg. And Lee's army is trapped and eventually is going to surrender there. William Sherman, the Battle is Atlanta, and the result is the city of Atlanta is captured. The next one is also William Sherman. This is the March to the Sea. The result of this, South people land are devastated by this idea of total war, and so General Sherman went through and burned and destroyed everything in his path as he was marching to the sea. And then finally, Ulysses S. Grant, the Battle of Richmond. The Confederate capital is taken, and Lee is forced to surrender at the courthouse at the Appomattox Courthouse. So the war ends, and Lee looked ahead in his speech in 1836 called the Gettysburg Address, a very famous speech. The capture of Atlanta gives Lincoln a victory in the presidential election because people saw that he was winning the war and it was coming to an end. A number of Union soldiers killed in the war was 360,000 and 260,000 Confederate soldiers. So 600,000 U.S. soldiers, the bloodiest war, still is the bloodiest conflict in American history. Key results of the Civil War is it reunited the nation and it put an end